Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. In the last episode, we were finally able to get the guy to trust us, to give us the quest to go get the ingredient we needed down in southern Thanalan. Took care of that, and then ended up coming back to Costa del Sol and talking to Weissgate again to figure out what the last ingredient we need, and apparently we need to get some cheese from a goblin named Brayflox. But unfortunately, Brayflox has run into some trouble at her Longstop. I guess the place where they hang out. So we're gonna have to go over there and figure out what's going on and see if we can help out. We didn't have enough time to actually run the dungeon last episode, so we just went ahead and ran some side quests from Giga Ruju here, and took care of that. It was kind of fun. But right now what we're going to do is go ahead and queue up for the Brayflox's Longstop dungeon, and then go ahead and run it and take care of that. So let's go ahead and get it started. Duty Finder, Brayflox's Longstop, join in, see if it'll pop immediately. Well, we've got ourselves as tank. We've got 2 DPS in the queue already, and we are just waiting for a healer to show up. Typical. Well, I guess what I'll do, if it doesn't pop right now, I'll go ahead and pause it, and I'll be back as soon as we have a healer. And there we go. Didn't take more than 30 seconds. Alright, commence. Alright, just gotta wait for that DPS to ready up. They would probably be sitting in the queue for a half hour, so probably not quite ready for it. I ran this dungeon a ton back in the day, but it's been a while since I've been here. Let's get to work. I keep targeting stuff elsewhere. I'm gonna need my map a little bit here. I'm actually gonna push it off to the side. We have to go to a certain place to get a key first. Looks like they're focusing on this one, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure I aim on that one. Alright, so alright, so Golly Flock and Danger Uplanders take gate key, open head gate. Okay, yep. I gotta remind myself where it is. There it is. Okay. Alright, put these guys around. Just hit them with a bunch of overpower. Alright, they're not going to go anywhere now. What do we have? We have a ninja. And something else. Alright, here we go. First boss. This one's a piece of cake. All we really need to worry about him is he's got these ads that come out periodically. It's up to the damage to kill him. Back out of that. I'm actually going to drag him a little bit further away. One over here. There we go. This is the great yellow pelican. Alright, there's the ads. Power time. Out of that nonsense there. Then with an occasional overpower. Summoner, right. Let's see, does a ninja classify as slashing damage? I think it might. Make sure I keep that slashing resistance down on the enemy here. You, over here, over here. There we are. Oop, so much AoE. Dissipation, thrill of battle. There we go. Down for the count. Loot, what is it? It is a grimoire for a scholar. Now there may be some tanks that would go run ahead and grab those comet chasers over there as well, but I'm not. I prefer, as a tank, small pulls where you kill the mobs faster. Just my personal preference. You, over here. There we are. Now, there's a bunch of side areas that we can do to get some loot, but Judging by these guys, I don't think we need to do that. Maybe we could. I'm not that worried about it. There is an armor set in here that's really cool, but I'm even like grinding this dungeon like 20 times. I wasn't able to get the full set. So I'm not about to do that now. What it's called. Imperial Steel Elbow? Nah. I mean, it is an improvement, but I'm just going to replace it soon anyway. Alright, Inferno Drake. He eventually will summon add. It will have to be burned down. I don't believe it can be tanked. There it is. Yeah, the goblin's gonna lead it around. There's really nothing to do. I think he'll eventually end up like leading it towards like one of the other players. Okay. Oh, no, he can be tanked. There we go. But yeah, I think he will end up leading it. One of their players, and they just have to run away. Yep. Well, I guess that person just decided to sit there and eat it. Yep, there he goes. He's leading it after one of the other players. Alright, there we go. Treasure coffer. Cavalry Sabatons. Yeah, that's part of the set. And I can always knead on it. Why not? I am actually going to drag this guy over to this eft. We'll do all these guys at once. That Puggle's just gonna die. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Puggle or Pugil. Alright, we're trying to avoid any fighting here. Let's grab that guy. Oh, we got another of those things. I don't think it's come all the way in, or is it? Yep. Grab it. Keep my defensive cooldowns up. Anticipation. I mean, you can come in here and you can really farm a lot of these things, but I'm just gonna bring this one in just by itself. We're gonna have another one. There it is. Go. Alright. Wormhound is going to bring in another Pugil and an Eft. Alright. Power on them. That Wormhound is down. Alright, Hellbender. He's just a souped up Eft. He's gonna put someone into a bubble. And then it's gonna be up to the damage of DPS characters to break the bubble. And then when he gets to about, I don't know, 20 or 30% health, a big old dragon's gonna drop in and kill him. Good to have seen him. I guess I could have left that as a surprise, but... Alright, he's good. See, there's the queer bubble. Told those guys to break that bubble. Come on, guys, break the bubble. That ends up on the healer, it could be very, very bad. Unfortunately, it hit the ninja twice. I think probably the ninja's the only one that's realized what's going on. And that's not. Alright, there's a dragon. And then he flies away. Alright, what do we get? We got infantry gloves. I'm going to pass on those. Longstop gut gate. Good few overpowers. Down. Hey, leveled up. Another combat chaser just came in. Locked down. I'll work over this mud beast. Alright. They're down. If you go down that way, you can fight another, like a little tiger mini boss. It'll give you a special ring as a loot. But again, we're not really going to worry about that right now. We're leveling so quickly, we're already pretty much beyond this dungeon. This way toward the final boss chamber. And it's our dragon buddy from earlier. Alright, now, this one actually has a lot of work for me to do. Because he's going to spit random... Oh, crap. What happened? Oh. This is just going to make things so much more interesting. As I was saying, he's going to put random fields of goo on the ground. And if he stays in the goo, then he heals. So I have to move him around. I'm just going to drag him over here. By that. I get my debuff on him. My anticipation and my thrill of battle. He must have gone the wrong way after that last fight. Pick up a couple of mobs. No big deal. Once they changed it, I would have expected him to have started putting down some puddles by now. Maybe he only does that at a certain health percentage. You know I haven't been in Defiance this whole time. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's probably been some of you who were screaming at your screen this entire dungeon that I'm not in the right stance. Ugh. Ah, well. It hasn't been that big of an issue. You know I have 4 stacks of poison on me, guys. Oh, just gooed. Alright, I need to move him over here. Alright. You know, we have a level 2 limit break. Someone could possibly use it. Kind of running out of room here. I think I may have moved out of range of the healer. There we go. Someone's using limit break. Burn him down. There we go. I'll give the healer accommodation. There we go. Infantry skirt, we're gonna pass on that. It's mage gear. It's Brayflox, all tops. There, Thunderclaw's blood and bile, yep. Alright, there we go. And now we need to go talk to Brayflox all talks again. Problem is, she's over there. And I never attuned to Wineport. Alright, well, let me go ahead and pause recording and I'll ride over there. And I'll be back as soon as we're over there. Alright, we're approaching Brayflox now. And that thing with the whole Defiance, me missing it, that's probably going to happen a lot. Because I would do that from time to time on my Paladin and on my other character, where I would just completely forget to be in the right stance for tanking, like halfway through a dungeon. Alright, Brayflox all talks. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. Fighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goody head for fighty think. Brayflox happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. Cheese's stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby arts? Gobby arts. No party complete without Gobby Gouda. Brayflox every say. Gobby Gouda. Okay. We can now deliver the cheese to Weissgate, but before we do that, I'm going to ride over here to Wineport and attune myself to that Aetheryte. Because it's just a good idea. Alright. Chocobo Keep, because I always do, just to get that little marker off my map. Okay. So now we're going to teleport. Actually, let me bring my map back onto my main screen. Alright, so Alright, Weissgate. I gather you solved Brayflox's little problem? Little problem. A dragon, it was just a minor issue, sure. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Alright. Alright, he wants to congratulate me on a job well done. Bravo, Ayame. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Oh yeah, work is not yet finished. Before we can discuss Titan, you must first bring us a suitable wine. Speak with Deerstwites over yonder. He is overseeing preparations for the banquet and will tell you what you must do. I've never encountered that word before. I'll have to look it up. Oh, I'm sure I have. Deerstwites. Beg your pardon, madam, but I've got my hands full with... Oh, you're the adventurer sent to pick up the wine. Thank the gods we've had nothing on hand. We'll meet with Master Gigaruju's approval. Take this order slip and run along to Wineport. One of Weissgate's friends from the old days, Shamani Lomani, is our supplier. Who'd have thought that a former mercenary would have such refined tastes, eh? Everyone here agrees that he's a natural vintner. If you're lucky, maybe he'll let you have a taste. Let me guess, this guy is gonna send me off on some quest as well before he'll give me the wine. Alright, but at least we got that, aetheryte over there. Alright, Shamani Lomani. Sweat, grime, and blood. Aye, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? I have an order slip. An order? I may guess, a request for the finest vintage I can muster. The paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there is also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gigaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Deerstwites and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. Ah, but perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you have no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Oh, he's blind. Or is it a she? Can never tell. Poisoning potion, blinding potion, silencing potion. It doesn't really matter. I'll just pick one. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of the work, none can deny that it pays well. Ah, but you grow impatient, and Deerstwites must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Bierglint, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow, I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. Okay. Bierglint. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion. I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte Vinter bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the power to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Okay. I take it he said no. Really? In those words? Well, I cannot say that I am surprised. Well, there's no denying his passion and skill. The wine baron of Limsa Limensa is not a man known for his tact. Very well. We shall have to take an alternative approach. Alright, he has another bright idea. High potion. Okay, interesting. There's a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the Vignarans of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. Sounds like there was something else in that wine. But, as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. But little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Bierglint to part with his wines, our next best option is, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the Vignarans tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with him. Okay. I think we're actually starting to get a little bit long here. So let me go ahead and find this person. Oh, actually, he's a couple people. And then we'll probably have to end the episode. Alright, this is Jungbar. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. Never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. No entry. Okay. Durim Falurim. Bacchus wine? Bah, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Though I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my god's damned house. Alright, Shamani Lomani. No luck, hmm? Most regrettable, but we had to try. Ah, but Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though, I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vinter. Your Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogamoro. I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may be forever lost to us. Let's look at the high potions of vitality. Alright, and we're going to have to go ahead and end this episode here. We'll see if we can find an appropriate wine for this feast next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.